Hey everybody, Plush Boy Q here, back with another Jurassic World review. Unfortunately, I do not have the Prestosuchus at all. I don't have it coming. We're still looking for it, but we got three of them. Two of them, these two came from Big Bad Toy Store, the Gigantic Spinosaurus, which I've opened. Came about an hour or so ago, and no. I'm checking the time. 5:23-ish. But there's an Atrociraptor there, which is probably my favorite, to be honest. I did open the Gigantic Spinosaurus already because I kind of wanted to play around with them, see how he looked. And he looks very good. There's no QC issues on this whatsoever. But I just got the Dilo and the Atrociraptor, so we're going to review the Gigantic Spinosaurus first. Since I've already opened it, I'm just going to get the barcode out of the way there. There's the barcode. I'm going to say it again. I have no idea when anything is coming out. I have no idea when something will be available or where it's going to be available. So stop asking me, will this come out? Because I do not fucking know. Please stop. It's kind of getting annoying. And so is the phone. The phone's getting crazy, dog. We put Chuti on old man's cake. It was funny. So the Gigantic Spinosaurus, this is casted in almost a street cone orange. A lot of the shit's done in fucking orange. But yeah. There's no painted pupils. I kind of wish they did a blackish dot in the middle for the eyes. It's very slightly misplaced, but they still got it on the actual eye. So it looks pretty damn good, if you tell me. The same goes to the other eye. The other eye looks just as good. Oh my god. They keep calling again and again. That's what I do. We got a grayish painted beak. Now, this is what gets me sometimes. Is what I like. I think it's needed that we have this little undershading to match this, but I don't understand why they didn't connect the two. They should have gotten this paint to go to here, or better yet, just leave the fucking arms brownish instead of orange. The neck doesn't really articulate and stay there. It's part of the action feature, which the action feature is similar to the Cheelingosaurus. You just move the tail back and forth. Here it is from the top. It doesn't really look all that great. I feel like there's like a missing or a busted screw in here because I don't remember it, being able to only go that far. But it's just the action feature. I'm not worried about it. The three sets of plates on the neck are not painted, and as well as this row here is also the same. But now you start getting up here. I'm trying to think. A lot of the plates are painted. There's two sets of spikish things here, and the Thagomisers aren't painted. The color that they already are isn't too off on what they would be. I mean, it's like a brownish color, so I'll give them a point, because, I mean, personally, this kind of looks similar to this, but this is... No, I don't like that. They did do a fade on this. I don't like fades, but this fade isn't too bad, in my opinion. This one's better than the others. And the way they could have touched it up is if they would have either had this color, put more paint on the arms, it would look great. The arms, speaking of the arms, are casted in the same shade as the head. They can go forward and backwards, out and in. Same thing goes to this one. There's no painted claws, unfortunately. But that's Mattel. That's to be expected. Now, the giant spines, hence its name, giant spined lizard. These are made of a harder plastic, which I'm surprised at that. I thought it'd be a real softish color. It's its own piece. There's no paint on this, which is pretty good. I wouldn't want the paint on the spines to rub off over time. That would definitely ache me. The scan code is right here. Let's get that out. And then you got some larger plates going up here, and then it gets smaller. I like how they got that, I don't know what to call it, but it's kind of, maybe if the orange went maybe to the end of the tail. Maybe here, or even here, it'd look a lot better. Maybe if I get a second one, I'm going to repaint the legs to put the orangish patterning here and then have the colors go to the tail. The legs can go out, the hips can move out and in like that. They can go backwards and forwards. And vice versa. I don't really have a lot to compare with. I mean, I can go get the other Stegosaurus, and I'm going to get the other Strike Attacks, but first let's review the other two figures. I really like how scaly this is. It's got a lot of bumps and, you know, I really like how they do that with some of their figures. Alright, let's get the Dilophosaurus, and I already see one thing, and a lot of these newer ones have more fades, and I really don't like that. There's the barcode. This is the Savage Strike / Fierce Force. Now it's got Strike Attack. Because this is only the fourth one. If I can remember correctly, there's only... Yeah, there's the Savage Strike one. There's two Savage Strike ones. If y'all don't remember, there's a Dino Rivals, the Dilophosaurus as well. In my opinion, the original Savage Strike Dilophosaurus from Dino Rivals would have been the best for these. I prefer the... I just don't like this pose, but I like the colors. Except that. Or that. Look at this. This is fucking trash. A lot of this isn't horrible. I like the faded tip, like the Diaboceratops. I like how they do that. I like the patterning on the frill. I do. It is kind of nice. If you look at it, I mean... Alright, I'll give him a point. The frill doesn't look bad. And when I'm displaying it, I'd probably keep the frill hides the bad arms, so it doesn't look that bad. It also hides the colors on the top. So I'd say only if you really want this, or you're a completer, get it. If I was you, I'd get the Spinosaurus and Prestosuchus. The Atrociraptor, I don't know, I haven't even opened it yet, so let's wait. The colors, I like the color palette. I like the patterning on most of it. Maybe if they got the stripes go up to here, it would have looked much better. So you got a dark, almost like a shiny boot black. The eyes are painted orange, and this time they're actually a slit pupil instead of a dot like they usually are. You guys should know this action feature. You push the tail up, and it goes up like that. Alright, the frill is casted in the same color as the top of the head. The bottom of it, it's casted in this almost like a marshmallow white. You got this grayish color on the frill. I kind of like how the frill's the other color, but then if you look at it in some ways, it doesn't look that great. Most of this, like I said, I like the striping. I like how people call it the goth Dilo. I could think of a couple other names to call this. I do like the stripes. I like how they actually freaking painted the scan code. Mattel never does that. They never paint scan code. Speaking of which, here, I'll hook you up like I always do. There, that's perfect as it gets. I easily think they could have just had it, but if you think about it, the future takes up a lot of room, so. The arms go out and in like that. They don't look great. Alright, if the arms weren't the boot black, I would have liked this 1,000 times more. I already don't like the mold, so. The Atrociraptors, I'm going to have a lot of great things to say about it. Maybe not the arms, but the arms don't look horrible with the way they did it. Also, the legs can move out and in like that. And they can go forward and backwards. Alright, let's kind of put them up like this. Actually, we need to keep them like this so we don't see how bad his fucking frill looks. Alright, this is probably my favorite out of the wave. For now, just by looking at it, I was very excited for this one to come out. Because they gave him... Hold on, let me get the... There's the barcode. I know I have the Prestosuchus ordered, so we're just gonna have to wait until that comes in. If you want to see more of my reviews, there's many playlists of these reviews. Normally I have them like there's Plush Boy Q's Dino Escape. I should probably... I mean, I got most of those on here. I'm just gonna... I don't even know why I'm cutting all this. I have a Dominion, a Dino Tracker. I'm about to make a 30th anniversary playlist. Did I totally forget to get the thumbnail? Great. Actually, I can do it in a minute. It's not an issue. Alright, let's move all the boxes to the side. Alright, yeah, this is nice. The Atrociraptor. This is in the extreme damage mold, which I like that mold better than all the other ones. The crouching one can kiss my ass. The other one, I don't really like the hands, the way the arms are. They're always, out like that, but they should be more like this. I think they should stop painting the other... I feel like they'll fucking redo the crouching one. I like the colors on this. It definitely looks like a jungle. I really like the additional quills on the back of the neck. And it has some small scales on its tail going all the way down. So articulation is going to be similar to that of the extreme damage one, except the damage feature, which they put it with this head bobbing feature. So let's go over the colors first. The colors, the yellow is very similar to this knife. And, well, maybe not with the flash on. It's a little different, but if I were to compare it, it looks a lot like a nice, fresh, banana-colored yellow, the peel. You got a little bit of this dark brown paint. There's some reddish-orange eyes, and it's got a slit pupil, I meant. And it's got a couple of white specks of paint on the side of the eye. Here's the other side. I really like the Atrociraptor design. It's one of my favorites, actually. The jaw's casted in a brown. Maybe if they kept it green, I would have liked it to be green, but I digress. I hope they repaint this mold eventually. I really like this new version. I'll get the other Atrociraptor to compare it with. The quills are painted green, and then you get into this stripe. There's 2 stripes on the neck. And then it kind of bleeds into... The way they bled into it looks really good, in my opinion. Maybe if they left the arms green, just all the arms green, and painted more down the tail, and then left the jaw green, it would have looked a lot better, in my opinion. And there's also some smaller scales on the side of the neck here, too. I'll let you guys see that. You got almost these stripish, I'll call them stripes, despite, because I think what they're trying to see is that the yellow connects, like all this is, part of it. I don't mind fades as long as you do them right. Like this one, they did it right. This one, they did it, it was pretty good. But this is just fucking acceptable. Not good at all. The brown does stop right at the end of the neck. The arms go forward and backwards. And so does this arm. Same thing. The legs go forward and backwards, and the hips can go out and in. And you also got this weird tail feature. I don't understand why Mattel puts this tail thing on there. Also, here's the scan code. Let me get a nice focus on that. That's not well focused. There you go. I should do a Dino Tracker scan code video. That would get me a lot of freaking views. When I get the Prestosuchus, I'll do it. Like I said, there's some nice scales on the tail, which a lot of people don't notice. Yeah, here's the other side. And the claws aren't painted also. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get the other figures I'd like to compare with. Alright, I have the other strike attacks to go with these. Let's put these two together since they're in the jungle. I meant the mountain. I'm sorry. I meant to say mountain. Fuck. You know what? There you go, buddy. Now you stand. The Geniodectes. So. No. And we got the Herrerasaurus to go with the Gigant Spinosaurus. I don't have Prestosuchus, so Edaphosaurus here is just going to be all alone. All alone. He has no friends. Guys, what would you like to see Strike Attack Wave 3 look like? I would personally... I'd like, I don't know, one new species. And I feel like it should be aquatic. I feel like they could do a decent Ichthyosaurus. Or I could see them redoing the Plesiosaurus. Maybe for the desert, I feel like they could do... I'm thinking of species they've already made, not necessarily new ones, but I should be thinking about new ones. I think we need another Ornithomimid. I'm going to say Ornithomimus. Mountain, maybe a pterosaur or Tapejara, because I like that mold a lot. And the jungle, I guess, maybe another Ceratopsian, maybe the Cosmoceratops. I mean, stuff that needs a repaint is what I'm thinking about. Like, we definitely need another Cosmoceratops. They have the mold to do it. They just gotta repaint it. I don't have the other Stegosaurus with me since they're usually kept on the shelf at all times. But here's the Gigant Spinosaurus with the newer Stegosaurus. Also, let's get the Atrociraptor out. The other one. Where's he at? He's right here. These two honestly look really good together. Let me take off his little gear. See what I mean? I don't like these hands. It looks like he's about to get arrested. I guess give him a slap on the wrist. They need to be fixed. But they're dinosaurs, so... I don't like the colors on this one as much. I like the palette they used, but I kind of wish they would have kept the brown. I'm about to buy another one of these. Another one of this one. So, hope you guys enjoyed my review. I have one more I gotta make. I'm waiting on that to get here. It's another Amazon, I think. I don't know who's delivering it. If it's post office, it'll probably be tomorrow. Alright, I don't know.